So guys, if you have been following my channel for at least the past month, you know I picked up the 2018 Chevy Volt. I really love it. I think it's a great introduction to an electric vehicle. It's a plug-in hybrid basically, so you plug it in. The first 50 or so miles is fully electric, and then after that it uses gas if you need it. For me, my commute to work is like 6 miles, so 99% of my life I'm going to be using electric. So if I want to go like on a vacation or just some type of road trip, I don't have to worry about range anxiety. I don't have to worry about planning where the chargers are at like Tesla owners would do. I totally respect Tesla owners. I don't think Teslas are bad vehicles at all. I think if you're getting some type of electric vehicle, you are helping propel us into the future. The Chevy Volt, I guarantee you, is going to be irrelevant in 5 to 10 years when electric technology is even better. But right now, I think it's the best car for me. But the problem is, a lot of Tesla owners don't think that. I have over 800 comments on my Chevy Volt video. It's the first video I've done on my car. I plan to do a ton more, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But today I thought it'd be very interesting to just go through some of my comments and read them. A lot of them are really nice and supportive, but some of them just make me cringe because you can just see and hear the Tesla fanboy in them. And these people may not even have a Tesla. They're just so like dead set on Tesla being the best, and anything else is just cheap and inferior, and you're dumb and you're poor for even considering it. So what we're going to do is just go through a ton of these comments, and I'm just going to reply to them. And yeah, we'll just have a good time. So first, ignorant comment. Better title, I couldn't afford a Tesla. Let me try to justify my purchase. The Chevy Volt, the premier model, is over $40,000. When you add taxes, all the options, dealer fees, you're looking at close to $45,000. The Model 3 starts at $35,000. If you want one right now, it's around $49,000. I'm pretty sure I could have afforded a few more $1,000s. That's not the point. The point is, I want the gas backup in 2018. My long range plan is to have this Chevy Volt for maybe even 10 years to come, and then complement the Chevy Volt with a fully electric vehicle. Whether that's a Tesla or some other vehicle that comes out, I don't know. But the Chevy Volt is just kind of like scratching my EV itch right now. And I really think the technology is going to improve quite a bit in the future. So that's why I'm holding off on that fully electric vehicle. I want to see an electric vehicle with like 500 miles of range. I don't want to be inconvenienced at all with electric. And I think right now if I got a Tesla, it would be inconveniencing me on longer road trips. That's just the honest truth. Someone else said, anything for views. Yeah, so I went out, I bought a $40,000 car to get some views. That makes no sense. Like, if you think like my title's clickbait, let's see, what's my title called? Why I bought in 2018 Chevy Volt instead of the Tesla Model 3. That is a legitimate title. It's not clickbait. I've spent months and months and months considering my purchase, and I had a ton of reasons why I went with the Chevy Volt, and that was the purpose of that video. I don't understand why you think I was doing it for views. I mean, YouTubers do make videos for views. That's kind of our purpose, but I wasn't trying to like mislead anybody. So they're misquoting my video. So they're saying that I said, I'll never pay for gas in my life. It has about 53 miles of battery, then uses gas. When I said, I'll never use gas in my life going to work, people love to just like quote half the story. So basically what I said, I go to work. My work is 6 miles away approximately. With the range of being 50 plus miles, I will never use gas going to work. Monday through Friday, I will never use gas. The only time I'll ever use gas is on the weekends if I go out of town. Okay, so this. Plug-in hybrid cars are a covenant of the legacy automakers because they missed the boat for EVs and millions of ICE cars that need oil/petrol infrastructure for another few decades. Emission regulations force them to build an oxymoronic car designed with 2 drive systems when one only is needed. Buying one is a missed opportunity to put a real EV on the road, which would actually have a beneficial effect in our battle against global warming. EVs are zero-emission vehicles. Those plug-in hybrids continue to emit CO2 and sustain the industry that will kill us if we let them. I get it. I get it. Like, EVs are the future. If we could have, electric companies powered by just pure solar and wind energy, electric cars are just pure, global warming is solved right then and there. But the thing is, the Chevy Volt is not like a hybrid like a Prius. It doesn't use gas most of the time. So you stating that my Chevy Volt is emitting CO2 is not true. For 99% of the time, it is emitting the same amount of CO2 as a Tesla. Your argument is false. The Tesla has about 300 miles range. Yours has 50. Guess which one's better on electric? Okay, that literally makes no sense. My car has 50 miles of electric range. The Tesla has 300, but my car has 420 combined. Not to mention, if I need gas, how many more gas stations are in the US versus charging stations? That's my point. That's why I got the Chevy Volt. Get a Tesla if it works for your lifestyle. If you live in an area with more superchargers. Me personally, a few cities around, there's like a few chargers. None of them are superchargers, so it just doesn't make sense right now for me. All the dislikes are Tesla fanboys. Yep, that's very true. I wanted to be inferior. Oh my God. You need to quit being a fanboy. I'm a big Tesla fan, but I respect your thinking. Volt is a nice car. Thank you for being a Tesla fan that respects and realizes there are other EVs on the market that do different things. Thank you. We can all get along just fine. Without watching the video, the reason you bought the Chevy Volt is because you are a retard. Okay, Chevy Volt. Yep, I'm definitely a retard. How is it an electric vehicle if you also use gas? It's a plug-in hybrid. Literally, we've been through this. It's an electric vehicle for the first 50 miles. It's not like a lot of other plug-in hybrids that have like very, very little range. The Chevy Volt is one of the best plug-in hybrids on the market. It's an electric vehicle in my case, for 99% of the time. You have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, well, my video was 20 plus minutes long, so you're gonna have to be more specific. Is all 20 minutes just BS? Like, what exactly do I not know what I'm talking about? I bought a car. I did a lot of research. Clearly, I know a lot about the Chevy Volt. Please help me. Basically a Prius. No, it's not basically a Prius. If you bought a C-Class, you'd be better off. That is, oh my gosh. And that's another thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't even respect my decision for buying a Chevy Volt because it says Chevy. When, yes, this car was $40,000+. For the same $40,000, I could have bought a BMW, a Mercedes, whatever. But why would I want to spend money on a name? I want to spend money on a feature, which is the electric ability of the Chevy Volt. What does a C-Class have to do with the Chevy Volt? It's totally different things. Can't criticize them for making a choice. It's your money, but there's simply no comparison. The Volt is essentially an overpriced competitor to the Prius, while the Model 3 is a comparably priced competitor to the BMW 3 Series. The Model 3 is vastly superior and will continue to improve throughout ownership. All the Volt drivers discover they rarely use gas for daily driving, then come to the realization they could have had a far superior car for the same money. The fact that you think the car is far superior, like, what do you mean by that? Because there's tons of reports out there of Model 3s being of poor quality, whether it's the paint, it's the alignment of the frame of the car, it's just random issues. The fact is that the Tesla Model 3, there's so much high demand out there. I really question the quality control going into producing these so quickly. I really wouldn't want to be the person buying one of the first Model 3s. I'd rather wait for Tesla to get their manufacturing down, get all that stuff down. Whereas Chevy has been making cars for years, and making the Chevy Volt is no problem. When I got it, it's perfect. There's no issues at all. That's not the case with the Tesla. So the fact that you call the Tesla a superior car just doesn't make sense. Never trust anyone with a school ring on. What? Well, luckily I don't have my school ring on. It's right here, right now. But sorry that I'm happy that I'm graduating college this year after going to school for 5 years while working and doing YouTube all at the same time. Sorry, I'm proud of an accomplishment. I'm curious why you said in the future we all are going to have electric cars, but bought one that's only half electric. The future means not now. So right now I bought a half electric car. In the future, we will have full electric cars. In the future, the roads could charge the cars as we drive on them, but currently right now it does not. Hopefully you understand what that means. Why the flying fug would you buy a Volt over a Bolt? Mistakes were made. First of all, I don't like the look of the Bolt. Second of all, the Bolt only gets 200 some miles of range. Third of all, the Volt gets 420 miles of range with gas. And I want the gas backup. That's the whole point. I like how he only hearts comments that compliment him. Do you think I'd heart a comment that talk crap about me? Has anyone noticed that IKEA has a lot of prostitutes? What? I call my Volt the poor man's Tesla. It's a great car, and after 2 years and 60,000 miles, I love it more than any car I've owned. You know what? That's great. That's great that you can admit that a Chevy Volt is not as much as a Tesla. But in 2018, the Chevy Volt can definitely be about the same price as a Tesla Model 3, the kind of like mid-spec version. So don't, sell yourself short. They're both great cars. Let me save you 20 minutes. It's cheaper. We've talked about this. No, it's not. Shut up. No offense. But in this video, you're very misinformed about electric cars. Should have considered the Bolt EV. Why am I misinformed? Because I wanted the Chevy Volt. Why? I own a Bolt and drive it every day and have zero range anxiety. Plus, for long trips, use plug share to find a charger, make stops coincide with lunch or dinner, unless someone needs to bomb it more than 500 miles as quickly as possible. An EV with 200 plus miles of highway range is just fine. Besides, your bladder bowels can't blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so if I want to drive 500 miles, I very well damn well please, and I'm not going to have a car with 200 mile range prevent me from doing that. Imagine driving 2,000 miles, like, I don't know, you want to do some cross-country crap. I would not want to stop every 200 miles. It would be annoying. We all have different opinions, but don't tell me that I'm misinformed, because it's not. It's my personal opinion why I got the Volt. You say you don't want to be part of a test with Tesla, but iPhone 10 was part of a test. Something to think about. The thing is, yes, I have an iPhone 10, but I have a Galaxy S9 Plus. I have an iPhone 7 Plus. It's not the same thing. I can't have 3 different cars just because I want to test out a Tesla. I don't have that type of money. Some people do have that type of money, but I don't. Smartphones and cars are way different. There's no way you can compare a Chevy Volt with the Tesla Model 3. The only point that you can justify your decision is the money. That's turning to be like the general consensus. People just think that Tesla is for rich people and the Chevy Volt is trash and it's cheap, when in reality the Model 3 and the Volt are very similar in price. What good is that first 50 miles get a Prius, but there is no Prius that has 50 miles of electrical range? Essentially, you bought a Volt because you couldn't afford a Model 3. Okay, this is going to get annoying because I'm probably going to read about 1,000 comments of people just basically telling me I'm poor and can't afford a Model 3. In this video that people are complaining about, I showed the price of my Chevy Volt. If you buy the most spec'd out Chevy Volt with all the upgrades, it's well over $40,000. The Tesla, like the mid-range Tesla with their long-range battery with most of the upgrades, is like $49,000. A few $1,000s is not a matter of affording it. If I made a video that said why I bought the Chevy Volt over the Tesla Model 3, are you just saying the whole video is a lie and I should have just said, oh, it's because I'm poor? Oh my God. I can't. This video is triggering me now. So guys, what I'm going to do is make another video where I talk about the Chevy Volt after 1,000 miles, because I've actually already put 1,000 miles on it. And I've even installed a proper 240 charger. It charges it in about 3.5 hours, which is great. I really think I'm just diving into that EV life. I had the 240 charger for the future. When I do decide to get a fully electric vehicle, it will charge a lot faster. Right now, my Chevy Volt charges in about 13 hours with the normal plug, but with the faster charger, it's like 3.5 hours, which is great for topping off in the middle of the day. So I'm slowly just weaning myself into that electric vehicle life. And I hope you guys definitely join me for the ride, because this is going to be fun. I'm going to plan on having the Chevy Volt for many, many years to come, and I'm going to continue to make revisited videos. So like I said, my first revisited video is going to be that 1,000 miles later, which at that point I'm just going to cover, like, did I buy any gas yet? What features do I like so far? Have I had any issues? My electrical costs, stuff like that. So definitely make sure you are subscribed, because that video will be coming out very soon. I just gotta get it all together, get all my thoughts together. Hope you guys have a great day. See you later. And remember, the haters don't bother me. I just find it entertaining, and you guys apparently do too, because you like these types of videos. Have a great day, guys. Bye.